Hello, this is Jonathan with KECO Body Repair Products. Today we're happy to talk to you about our whole range of Centipede tabs. Why in the world would you need Centipede tabs? Well, it's our flagship line of tabs. These tabs is where we build most of our big lifter tools around. And why are they so important to us and for your body repair, for your big dent repair? We're going to explain all about them, the features that they have, how they work, and why they look like they do. One important first thing is, if you want to repair bigger lines, bigger creases, but big dents, and you want to pull those, what did you do in the past? Use all kind of different smaller tabs and pull them separately. And that creates like a zipper effect that gives you a whole lot of knockdown work to do. These tabs, they got rid of that problem. Why is that? You have one big smooth surface, you glue it on there, pull it up with a big adapter like these, all the adapters that we have with the K-bar and the K-beam, you slide it over, and with a lot of power, you bring the whole dent, the whole line, the whole body line, you bring it up. You release it with the glue after the pulling, and it leaves a flat surface on your metal. Half the work already done. So why all these different kind of centipedes? Why the whole range? Well, because they all have specific features, very interesting to use in different applications. Let me tell you what the differences are in between all the centipedes. First of all, we got the rigid ones. The rigid line is like the ice line that you see here. They are very rigid, durable, and harder than the flex ones that we have. For example, this flex one here, as you can see, flexes quite a bit. What's the difference? Well, you want to use the strongest tab possible on the dent that you are repairing. Why is that? The strongest tab possible. Because the more force you have and the more force you can apply to pull out a big dent, the faster you will repair that dent. But it's not always possible to use the strongest tab ever. For example, if you have a dent that's really deep, then you need to reach the center of that dent. And that's why you use those flex centipedes like the one you see here. That's why we have these different adapters. Because if it's a rigid one, you can use this 110 centimeter or 100 millimeter one and slide it over and just pull it up with the big adapter. But of course, if it's a deeper dent and you have to glue it into the center of the dent, because you always want to pull up the center, sometimes this big one does not slide over. So you use these ones in conjunction with the K-bar or K-beam, and then you use a smaller one, and that will always reach the center and allows you to pull it up first. Then, if it's pulled up, but this tab is not strong enough to bring it all the way out or to bring that body line out as far as you would prefer, just take another one, a rigid one, glue it on there again. This time, after the first pull, it will have brought the metal way up, and you'll be able to use a big one with a strong adapter like this one. Put it on there with K-bar, K-beam, or even with a hydraulic rack puller. Pull it up and finish it as far or as wide as you prefer to pull it out. We have three different kind of sizes of the head or the face of the tab. We have the 44 millimeter, we have the 25, and the 12.5 millimeter. Of course, that depends on the dent or body line that you're working on, because these straight centipedes are specially designed to dent out or to repair big dents and around body lines. Because as you know, the strongest parts on big dents are on sides, body lines, or on the curves, like on a quarter panel. So you want to pull them straight first and then repair the rest of the dent or the deeper parts that will move easily when you have repaired the strong spots first. So different shapes of faces or head that you can use while studying your dent that you are repairing. One extra feature that is very important to know when using these centipedes is a logical thing, but you have to think about it while using these. If you use normal tabs, what you always do is pull in the center of the tab. Always. Every tab you pull the center because the neck of the tab is always in the center of the tab. You will never be pulling this here or this here because you're not able to. But centipedes are different. Because of the long stretched out neck that they have, it allows you actually to pull it wherever you want. But it's not intended to do that. And instead of a tool, if you're doing a crease, you would start from right to left or from left to right with a push tool. With a centipede, if you start pulling centipedes with a robo-lifter or even with the K-bar or K-beam with the smaller adapters, make sure always to start pulling in the center. You pull up the center and in the end you go to the sides, to the right or to the left. Why is that? Some of you might have noticed if you start using the centipede wrong, it's glued on there with a strong glue with a lot of power. But if you start pulling on the side, you will pull the side loose and you will peel it off like a banana without having any result. So the key feature on using centipedes is using them actually as all the other tabs, but we don't always think about it. A usual tab, you pull in the center of the neck, pull it up, and it does exactly what the centipede does, but you can use the whole neck here. So start pulling it in the middle, pull it up, and finish it on the edges. That's a very important thing to remember, and if you start using them this way, you'll have great result. Another interesting centipede that we just have brand new are the 19-inch curved centipedes. Why are those? You have the same feature. We have a 12.5 and we have here, as you can see, the 25. They are curved to follow those body lines on fenders or quarter panels. Why is that so nice? This will work with a curved body line instead of fighting it when you would be using a straight line on a curved body line. So this feature allows you to follow that body line, push it in again with a flexible one if you need to be very deep in a deeper dent, or with a strong, very rigid one to finish it off or to pull the whole thing further out. We are the only ones having these tabs today. So if you don't have them yet, you're doing big dents, visit our website for more information to check them out or click the link below and start cranking.